So I'm testing something new here. What I'm going to do is play some videos on different things that have to deal with the realm of spirituality, psychology, peace, enlightenment, actualization. So let's go ahead and get started. And this is something I intend to keep doing. All right, let's go.
Did you know that just one puff of salvia can trap you in a reality that feels endless? In 2017, a 22-year-old student was hanging out with friends in his apartment, curious about something that promised only a brief trip. They packed the pipe, turned the music low, and laughed as he got ready to inhale. But the moment he exhaled, his body went limp, his eyes glazed over, locked on his friends. He looked frozen. Inside his mind, though, he opened his eyes in another world. He was a child again, in a house he had never seen before, with a family that felt painfully real. He grew up there, went to school, fell in love, got married, and even held his newborn son. The years flew by. He buried his father, grew old, and watched his grandchildren play. Every detail was vivid: the smell of rain, the warmth of firelight, the taste of food. Then, without warning, the sky shattered like glass, and a deafening roar swallowed everything. He jolted awake on the floor, heart pounding. Barely 6 minutes had passed, but he begged to return to the life he'd lost. Even years later, he dreams of their faces, swearing he still hears them whispering his name from the dark. Did you know that just one puff of salvia can trap you in a reality that feels endless?
Yeah, salvia is something I wouldn't want to mess with. I don't do psychedelics in general, but salvia would be at the bottom of the list of psychedelics I'd be willing to try if I was willing to do psychedelics. Because the thing with salvia is it erases your memory, and that's a pretty scary thing to deal with. I've had a trip before with experience with weed many years ago that made me lose contact with reality, and I completely lost the sense of anything, of what things were and the difference between things. And this was incredibly frightening. This experience, it happened twice in my early 20s, 2 different times. The second time, I was far more careful with marijuana after, but as a whole, I don't even smoke weed anymore. But that's my take. I wouldn't really mess with salvia in terms of the idea of getting lost in the alternate reality for seemingly ever, for a long time anyway, and having an issue getting back. Yeah, that's incredibly frightening. But what do people do salvia or any of the psychedelics for? Obviously, the goal is peace, love. I mean, that's trying to get that connected to something, that peace that you sense is on the periphery, that you sense is just right outside your reach. At least some people do. But the overwhelming majority of people never actually achieve the peace. But yeah, in terms of that video, yeah, I'm not messing with salvia. Let's see what else we got.